Okay, so I'm CJ Miller. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. My hair is still nearly in the same condition as it was when I left yesterday, my apartment. So, uh, it's my campaign for Donald Trump to let me be the one to fuck with his hair because, uh, well, I do it better than anybody. But anyway, thin as it is and light shines through and everything. Never mind that. Shreveport, Louisiana, across the Red River from beautiful Bossier City, Louisiana. I think in the anticipation of the cruise that I'm going to be taking in a few days, and the travel, and just you know, uh, a little bit of weirdness. I think I just got like in a funk, and I'm so glad for today. So I will have already posted, by the time I post this, the Red River Revel stuff. And I did leave the Pam Tillis show just a few minutes, not too long, but a few minutes before her set was meant to be finished. But yeah, my sister was with some friends, and they were in really, really good company and everything like that. And so, yeah, and then I'll be seeing her tomorrow, and I'll be picking up, some little souvenirs and stuff like that. A signed picture that Pam Tillis signed, and a cozy or something like that. But it's kind of cool. But I'm really glad that I went to this showing of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I even shadow casted in the restaurant's not there anymore. It was called Stir. And I didn't get to do any video or anything like that because I was in the cast, shadow casting. So, but yeah, I was riffraff. I mean, with my hairline that I talked about, who the hell else would I have been? Although I did wear a wig for the part. But yeah. But this was really cool. This was really cool. And I don't even mind that I had 2 tickets and didn't get to use one of the tickets. But that's okay. It was worth it. It was because it was worth double the price of the ticket, and because the audience participation, everybody was really, really into it. You can bring your props, but they also, for the price, provided the props, and it was, oh my god, it was great. Now the pre-show, it turns out I actually could have stayed and finished that last 10 or 15 minutes of the concert, because seating begins at 10. The show was to be around 10:30. It kind of basically turns out that the show was just people going around, addressing, getting things ready. The actors, working the crowd up and everything. So that's kind of cool. And of course, they came up and they'll ask me a few times, "Hey, are you a virgin?" No, I've seen Rocky Horror, and I've been a part of. I've seen it several times. It was my first time seeing it here, and it was the closest experience to that we've ever had, here in town. We've always had pop-up events and everything, even in some theaters, and there's always been some shadow casting, but this is probably the most fun that I had doing it. Now, the fact that, it's a theater, so you can go see it, and but there is a bar area where they serve, and you have to be 21, of course, to be in that area. And that's kind of where I was. And I was just, if you know anything about Rocky Horror, the people that really, really love that movie, it really is. It's a movie that people see and they find it silly. not even shocking by today's standards, but just in your face for the time. And it was just, you can't even really say that it's campy because it's too intentional. Camp in any sort of theatrical sense is something that happens incidentally, and accidentally. It's not intended. But the funny thing is, Frankfurter could have been played by Faye Dunaway, reenacting the role that she made famous in 1980, two, three, when she did Mommy Dearest. Playing Joan Crawford. That was all that dramatic. And then every damn drag queen after that, since then, has somehow, in some sort of way, emulated that. So I don't know. That was like Tim Curry in probably the best role of his career. And then, of course, a lot of people will say Pennywise, the clown. I didn't really, but really, some of the best stuff that Tim Curry has done were the roles that he actually disappeared into, and you really didn't know. You didn't see him, you didn't recognize him, and he's done a lot of that. I actually, liked what he did in a little movie called The Worst Witch, which J.K. Rowling's kind of ripped off when she created the Harry Potter Hogwarts, novels, along with the movie called Troll, which featured a wizard called Harry Potter Jr., but, whatever. She ripped that off too. But anyway, never mind that. Yeah, this is cool. And then, even this was shadow casting done right, because when we did it, I just did it. It was a one night only. I was called to do it one night. It's like for some reason, the person they had doing Riff Raff was dropped on his own, or couldn't do it, or something like that. And so I had about 3 days to learn the lines and the action, because with shadow casting, you don't just stand up. You actually mouth the words that the characters are saying as they say it. And we had a really, really small space in that Stir restaurant, but I had fun with it. But yeah, we got it done. And that was probably the only time I had ever actually been physically paid money specifically for an acting gig. There are a lot of times that I acted for my room and board kind of stuff. When I was in a theater troupe a long time ago, we all just kind of lived together in the theater so we could put on shows. But anyway, that didn't last too long. I mean, I was in that group for a while, but the actual living in the theater was probably about 4 or 5 months or whatever. But then we just kind of this shit's not going to work out, I was I'm too removed from it. I need to be. I'm a metro kind of person. I need to be around. My hair has lasted longer than my outfit. I've unbuttoned my outfits and everything. Okay, so yeah, what is that, 12? Well, there's probably going to be about 2:30 near by the time I get home. What I enjoyed about this movie is that the original movie, there are a couple of scenes that are altered. This was, now when they shadow cast, they almost always do the extended version. And it's not very, very different. Some different camera angles, but not much. But you also got the, oh, it's a crazy cat. I know, but no. Go away, cat. Cats freak me out. Stray cats do. I know I'm not supposed to be scared of cats. I used to be kind of scared of dogs, but I'm more afraid of cats than I am dogs. Because cats are demonically crazy. If you've ever seen one just like really, it's, yeah, they and I've been like, knocked down and gashed open by a Doberman Pinscher, but I can deal with dogs a lot easier than I can deal with stray cats. So anyway, yeah, I'm just really glad I went to see Rocky Horror. And they're going to do it again on October the 31st. I don't have any Halloween plans. I didn't. I think I do now. And then, of course, they're doing it the next day, November the 1st. So, and that Capri Theater, they're going to do other things. So I spoke with the proprietor, and I love what he's got going on. It's meant to be, that place is meant to be a theatrical place. It's not meant to be a nightclub. It's not meant to be a lot of things. So I really hope that it works out. His vision of what he wants to do. He's had it for a few months. I just realized recently, of course, that it was there and reopened. So how did I not know? But I really hope that it succeeds, because it is the fun kind of thing that people just want to go and have a good time. And by the way, yeah, it was quality, And of course, this is one of the movies that everybody knew the lines, everybody knew the words, and the audience participation was great. But anyway, I'm home now, and I guess my hair could use a touch-up. But this is pretty good, considering that it's been since 3 o'clock yesterday. So it's been in this is about 12 hours worth of hair being in place. That is why your president, Donald Trump, I didn't vote for him. Y'all need to get this message to him. He needs to call me. I really don't care that he's the devil. I'll still fix his hair. I'll come out of retirement to fix his hair. And I'll even let him be the only client that I have, but none of his shady contracts. He's got to pay me enough to make it worth my while coming out of retirement, If he's as vain as he says he is. I'll make the money that he spends on getting hair that is much better than he has worthwhile. Okay, love and light, peace, good night, ciao Bella.